Right, well, as of yesterday's video, I don't know what that is on that trailer, but it looks fucking awesome. Yeah, as of yesterday's video, a lot of you want to see like a wheelie tutorial, so I'm going to head back to Lou, the back lanes way, so there's some good hills. If I tell you wrong stuff, it's because I'm not that good actually. I've said that and a lot of you still want it anyway, so give it my best shot. Other than that, I don't know, I can just try and get some good ones, tell you what I know about it at least. But if I say something wrong or tell you something that you know's wrong, this is what works for me and how I've learned basically. So yeah. Right, it is starting to rain a little bit, so I apologise if I get loads of like shit all over the camera. Right, so what I started off to do is I found like a quiet road like this, and I just practiced first gear, just getting it up. So basically you go along quite slow, pull the clutch in, rev it, and then sort of like feather the clutch, so it's like, and sort of like you have to sort of balance the clutch release with you sort of like, as you pull the clutch in and rev it, you lean forwards to like preload the shocks, as you call it, and then you sort of like just release at the same time, second gear forward, and that seemed to work quite well for me. Then I moved on to doing it in second gear. I don't know why, right? I don't know whether any of you lot will be able to tell me why. Sometimes whenever I go to rev it, it bogs like then and I don't get any lift. Right, so this will be second gear. I would say that second gear is probably the easiest. But it is for me. So once again, just preload the shocks, rev and pull back. Something that's very important that I have missed to say, always keep your foot over the rear brake, and if it does tend to come up a little bit too high, you can just dab it like this and it'll bring it back down. Might not be very nice, but it'll save you from looping out. So rev while you pull the clutch in, preload, and then bounce back, but be careful because it does tend to like sort of snap on you. Disclaimer, I am not responsible for anything that happens with this. And like I said, this is the way I learned and what worked for me. It might be different for you, person to person, it's different, but now there's a fucking car. It's irritating, it's open to get a wheelie. Fuck it, they can wait. I just don't want them to get my plate. Fuck it. I'll pull over and let them go past. Yeah, just try not to agitate people because they do tend to like find something fun about snitching you up. Don't know whether... What? Oh, it's turning off. It's alright. But yeah, people don't tend to like it. Majority of the people actually find it pretty cool, like give you thumbs up, whatever, but there's always that one, and no matter what you do. It's because they can, or just because they don't have a bike, or mostly because they're fucking just depressed or some shit. Crackheads tend to love it. Anyway, back on the topic. Get back down to second gear. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you do need to practice, but it does sort of tend to, like, all of a sudden it just sort of snaps. She shouted at me before for doing a wheelie and I didn't even see her there. But yeah, it does tend to just, like, well, it did for me when I had that pit bike. Just trying so long to be able to wheelie it, and just one day it just snapped and I could, like, hold it up for a fair bit. Same with this. Been trying for a fair while. Obviously it's been a lot harder because it's 2-stroke and you've got the power band to worry about and the revs and everything. It is 100% easier on a 4-stroke, I find. You just need to get used to your bike, really. Right, so another thing that I did forget to say is that I see a lot of people when they're starting out to just wheelie it off the power band, which I found was, like, deadly. That was awful. Yeah, I found it was pretty much deadly. Like, you don't have much control over the bike, and I think it takes more skill to wheelie it slower than it does just power. Yeah, it's not like in third gear today. Power wheelies are just something that happens. I don't really think it's a wheelie if it does it for you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can just rev it to whatever and then drop the clutch, and sure, the front wheel will come up, but it's holding it up that I think's the hard part. Well, that was better, that was third gear. Someone commented in on my last video even, saying that I was going left because I was pulling up unevenly, and yeah, it was that in fact, but I'm tending to do a lot better now. I'm thinking about pulling, like, evenly. That's another tip, pull evenly on both handlebars when you do it. Don't, like, go one side or the other, because you will tend to go a certain direction. Try and change gear. That was awful. But yeah, I'm not really sure, like, what much more there is to it, really. Turning corners, I can't really do it yet. I can do it a little bit. It's not worth me, like, it's not worth me telling you lot how to do it if I can't even do it myself, like. Another key thing, like I said, always have your foot over that brake. If you start to feel it looping, or just, like, coming out from under you, going back too far, it is hard. Just press the rear brake. Like, I can't state that enough. Like, you really do have to press that rear brake. If you take your feet off, you'll just come unstuck. Like, I did that when I was learning, going up a hill, got it up in third, went too far, and just, like, I was pretty much being dragged along by the bike at 12 o'clock. And that was all because I took my feet off the pegs. Try not to take your feet off the pegs. Yeah, you can use them for balance sometimes, but I wouldn't start out like that. That's like a thing that you learn sort of afterwards, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's a lot easier to wheelie with supermotos, because you've got, like, full tread all the way round, whereas on Novellies it's either, like, straight in the centre, really left, or really right, because of the pattern on them. Other than that, really, I'm not really sure. It's just practice, I guess. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, practice makes perfect, but that is literally the only way that I managed to do it. I've been trying to wheelie for a fair while now, and I still don't think I'm very good, but at least I can like get it up and hold it for a bit. See, it bogged again, don't know why. And again. Don't know what I did then. That was dreadful. But no, other than that, I don't really know what else to tell you that I've learned so far. I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, some of it might not work for you, some of it might. If it does, good. If not, just try and like figure it out yourself. That's what I did. Like, I've watched people wheelie, like all the wheelie stories and whatever on YouTube, and just like looked at them and how they done it, and then like tried it, not worked for me, and then sort of adapted it for myself. And really that's like the best thing you can do. Find what works for you and just stick at it. Don't listen to like, not as much don't listen to what other people tell you to do, but if you feel it's right and it's working, just stick at it, sort of thing. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'll probably put some clips in at the end of me just fucking around like wherever. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. You just have to follow those steps. If it doesn't work for you, just tweak it a bit. So that is, as you pull the clutch in, you preload the front fork, so you go forwards and you rev it, but don't rev it like crazy high, otherwise it will just flip out. But rev it, and as you do so, pull back, and then just as you it will come sort of naturally really. You'll tend to play with the throttle, like if it goes down, give it more throttle. If it goes too far, lay off the throttle, or if it's to that point, pull the clutch in, should come down. If not, just tap that rear brake. Like I said, it might not be the nicest landing, but it's going to save your ass. Anyway, let me know whether you find this useful or like this type of video. When I do get better, it looks like quite a nice hill to wheelie actually. When I do get better, I will do another video if you guys want it, telling you how I've like progressed or whatever. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of anything else to sort of tell you what I've learned. That is what I've learned it off, basically. So yeah, gonna end that there. I will add some clips in after this, but like always, thanks for watching. Comment whether you want another video like this, or whether you like the tutorial videos, or what else you want tutorials on, like, I don't know, like jump in it, or just anything really. Anything you see me doing that you want to know how to, just let me know, sort of thing. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Like this video if it helped you. Comment what you want to see, if you liked it or not, good points, bad points, and subscribe if you want more videos like this.